Welcome back, Dunk Squad, to year four of the Madden 24 Los Angeles Rams realistic rebuild. If you tune into part three, unbelievable season. We made it all the way to the Super Bowl where we took a L to the team that we will be playing in our first preseason game, the Kansas City Chiefs. There is no shame in losing to the juggernaut Chiefs. I'll take that any day of not making the playoffs or not, winning a playoff game or not making the, NFC, AFC championship game or not making it to the Super Bowl. So at least we made it. We made it, really early into this rebuild. Did not expect that to happen in year three, but it did happen, and we expect to run it back this season here in year four. But before we do have training camp and preseason. So let's meet the squad, the team, the roster before those two things happen. At quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks. Actually, I would say one of the most underrated quarterbacks that I have ever drafted, Corbin Nowak. When we took him, he fell to us in the first round. We could have jumped up and got, the superstar, big arm young quarterback that the Vikings ended up taking. Could have signed a different quarterback. No, we stuck with our pick, Corbin Novak, and it paid off. Took us to the Super Bowl in just his 2 years of experience, just in his second season. Still underrated. Normal dev, 75 overall. We did go into the coaching tree and reward, our offense and defensive coordinator and Sean McVay because of the season that we had. So he's gonna get, a little bit of extra boost. You look at his ratings. His accuracy has gone up +3 in all the categories. Play action up 3, speed up 3. Making him even more balanced. And I think he can lead us to another Super Bowl run now that he's getting better every season. We brought in Gardner Minshew to be the backup quarterback. And also shout out to Tommy DeVito. Great game in real life. In his second game playing with the Giants, he was airing it out. Running back, it's still probably one of the weakest parts of our offense. But Vasher and Kyron Williams was a good 1-2 punch last season. It was our best running performance so far in 3 seasons in this rebuild. We have Zach Evans as our running back 3, and then Dwayne McBride running back 4. Fullback Isaiah Dunn going into his second season. Receiver, we added to Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua when we drafted Peter Cobb, #1 overall. Not a lot of targets, only 29 catches, about 277 yards, almost 300 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But I think he did get hurt at some point in the season. And of course, in this playbook, in this scheme for the Rams, Cooper Kupp, is going to eat a lot, or whoever the slot receiver is. Still got that three-headed monster, that three-headed goat at receiver. You add in Jalen Griffin, who came in. That's right. Cobb did get injured because our other rookie wide receiver, Jalen Griffin, he came in and had some big games when Peter Cobb went down with injury. Zacchaeus, he came in because the computer just signed him in season. So I decided, why not bring him back and help us go on another Super Bowl run. Colin Cunningham, we're looking for him to take over the reins for Tyler Higbee, even though we decided to bring Higbee back for another season. We are going to make him a team captain. But they will compete for the starting tight end role. We might go Tyler Higbee or start off with Higbee as a starter and then switch over to Colin Cunningham. Still got Davis Allen and the long snapper, Alex Ward. Shout out to Alex Ward. He's made the team every season. Usually we cut the long snappers, but he's made it. He's held on. Jedrick Wills, our free agent signer from last season at left tackle. We still got Warren McClendon. Steve Avila is developing at left guard. And then Kenny Wand, who we just drafted 75 overall, hidden dev. We expect him, even though he really isn't a pass protector, we expect him to take over for Rob Havenstein whenever he retires. And we work Kenny Wand in somewhere on this offensive line. We got Patrick Cameron, our center that we took last season. Brought in Jake Brendo to mentor him. At right guard, still got Kevin Dotson. And then at right tackle, Rob Havenstein, who is regressing a little bit, but he is still a solid starting right tackle. We moved JoJo Branch, guy that we took a couple seasons ago, at right tackle. Then we got Devontae Burgess. Shout out to him. Drafted him last season. Was a normal dev. He gets a gold boy in his first season, I think, from winning Defensive Rookie of the Year, and then just from his performance alone. Don't remember if he made the Pro Bowl, but when you look at the season, he had 10 sacks, 7 TFLs. You got Aaron Donald on the team, so that always helps. But my main goal for this defense was to find eventual Aaron Donald replacement or copy or, clone, and not necessarily the same build as Aaron Donald, but we got a young superstar defensive lineman to pair with Aaron Donald. That's all I ever wanted for this rebuild, and we got it. It wasn't the way we expected, but we found a way to do it. We got Aaron Donald. We brought back Greg Gaines, who was familiar with this defense. And then that nose tackle, Kobe Turner, has been developing real nice. And then that edge, we got Matthew Judon, who we brought in last season, gave us some more pass rush. You got Sean McLean, who had that great rookie season. Judon came in and took his reps last season, but I think this season Sean McLean going to give him a few more opportunities. O'Shawn Mathis still here. Ernest Jones-Wofford, who got robbed of his superstar depth trait in his rookie year, but still playing well. We drafted this guy, Ahmad Bernard. And then on the other edge, we got Byron Young and Nick Hampton. And then that corner is really underrated. They were the number one secondary with Kobe Durant. We let our other corner go. But we got Tracy Brown from last season who we drafted, and then we drafted this guy, Aaron Sneed, 6'3", 210, out of Oklahoma State, and he's going to come in. And our cornerback, our defensive back room gets real young. We still got Travius Hodges-Tomlinson, and Miss Larry Smith got down here. And then at free safety, new starter, Matthew Taylor at free safety. He's going to come in. He's hidden dev, 6'2", 200 USF, and hopefully these two, one of them can win Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then strong safety, we still have Jordan Filler. And then look at this guy, Justin Scarborough, hidden dev, 66 overall safety who could play linebacker. I think he can play corner a little bit. We could just move him all around. We're going to find a way to get him on the field. And then at kicker, we got my boy Lucas Haversick, who won Kicker of the Year a couple of years ago. And then at punter, Jeff Peak, who I don't know if he was generational or not, because during Super Bowl week I forgot to go to the adjust lineup screen, and it could have knocked his dev trait down, and I didn't check to see if that happened. Maybe he was just a star, but he was an 85 overall out the gate. But that is the team, the squad, the roster here before the training camp starts. We're going to go into training camp. I'm not going to do too much. I know I've been doing them during this rebuild, and it took up a lot of time for the last video. My last video was almost 2 hours long, but we made the playoffs. We made the Super Bowl, so that also played a factor. But we've been doing this quarterback drill with no whack, and he is far from whack. Took the Rams all the way to the Super Bowl in year 2. Just ran into the Chiefs, ran into the wrong team. We're going to get 2 targets on that one, and no catch from the receiver. And that was one of the main reasons why we drafted Nowak. It was, his ratings, his stats, like, he's just so balanced. He has an arm on him. He can scramble. He can throw out of the pocket, throw under pressure. He can run if he has to. And we get gold without me even paying attention to how many points I had. We're not going to do the running back drill. I've been having bad luck in that one. Vasher, and I don't think Vasher will ever develop as like our franchise running back. He's going to keep splitting carries with Kyron Williams. Wide receivers, I think we are good. The trench battle, we might be good. Chase and tackle, we should be good. But the 2 defensive backs that we took in Sneed, and the other one was Matthew Taylor, we're going to see what they're about. And let them do this drill. At least we don't have to go up against Cooper Kupp. We went in and benched him and Aaron Donald before the preseason starts, before the training camp starts. Because if you don't do it before the training camp starts, they're going to cook your ass in training camp. Sneed, got to catch that. And the receiver drops the ball, which helps us out big time. And I was holding triangle and didn't go for the interception. Going to be replacing Darion Kendrick at corner. And we get gold. At least we're getting gold this time in the training camps that we are choosing to do. And then we're going to do one more defensive back drill, which will be the red zone defense. It's going to be Matthew Taylor, the rookie hit and dead free safety. He's going to be replacing Russ Yeast.
Here we go, set, go. Ready.
And Quentin Lake, our two safeties that we had last season. And right now, Puka Nacua is doing his thug and his drill. Taylor dropping. What's up with all these drops? If we draft two guys that just can't catch the ball. All right, let's see if you can tackle. Can't even catch up to him.
Let's go.
All right. Not going in our favor. And we tackle him in the end zone. But those are only 3 drills we're going to do. I don't want to waste too much time, too much of y'all time. And we're going to get straight to the preseason. And we're going to simulate. And we're going to kick off the preseason. We're trying to get revenge. It is a Super Bowl rematch against the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's beat them this time. I don't care if it's preseason. And they beat us 42-24, backward score. And what happened? Gardner Minshew came in, did his thing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Got a reliable backup quarterback now. And then touchdown for Zacchaeus. Kenny Ward giving up 2 sacks. Lucas with the kick. And also had a in the comments a suggestion of when I show the stats, maybe just show my team stats, as Judon, who should not have been playing, broke his finger somehow. Oh, Justin Scarborough, our rookie strong safety, who we were going to find a way to use, out 17 weeks. Okay. That's not good. But simulate the second preseason game against the Buffalo Bills. And we lose again. And let's try it. Let's try just my team. Go to Rams. As Gardner Minshew threw a pick. Kyron Williams had the 2 touchdowns. We had a sack for O'Shawn Mathis. And I think I might just do this for the preseason, just so we can see, you know, preseason is about the stats and who performed. And then in the regular season, I do want to see if we lose to a team or if we beat a team, how did we do that? And then this is Jalen Griffin. And Cooper Kupp wants to take him up under his wing. Let's go with getting open and short routes. I think Griffin is a deep threat. There's a lot of speed, so work on his slot. And our final preseason game against the Jets. See if we can walk out with the win, and we can't. So we go 0-3 in the preseason. And for the Rams, Nowak had a strong showing. I didn't even play DeVito. I am sorry, DeVito. Quarterback is still young, though, so he needs as much reps as possible. Kyron Williams could have won the job, really, in preseason. Higbee, 2 for 2 for Nowak. And we'll look at the final stats of the preseason to see who we all are going to start. I think we're going to go with Tyler Higbee as a starter just because he is the vet. He does have star dev, even though the younger guy is 2 points better overall. Both quarterbacks were damn near similar. Kyron Williams did have 3 touchdowns, but he had 8 more carries. But Vasher had better average. Still going to use both of them regardless. We know who our receivers are. We know who our tight end is. We know who our starting O-line is going to be, our linebackers, our corners. So yeah, we know all of that stuff. So let's just go make our cuts, our 12 cuts. I think we had another injury, and we do. And it is, oh my gosh, it's Vasher. Why do we have to sign a free agent? Please have somebody here. Vasher was the elusive bet, right? So we got Khalil Herbert, Kenneth Gainwell, Isaiah Spiller, Michael Carter, Jamal Williams, Zamir White, Kareem Hunt. You know what? Let's do Michael Carter. I know, did he ask for the Jets to release him or got released for the Jets? I can't remember the story. I just know that, you know, probably not going to be a Jet, if not already. I can't remember if he got released or not. I think he did ask for like his release or doesn't want to be a part of the team. So we're going to sign Michael Carter. And then we're going to cut Tommy DeVito, who plays for the other New York team in real life, the G-Men. And now that we have Michael Carter, we no longer need... Actually, we do need Dwayne McBride, right? Because with Vasher out, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this guy down here, we drafted him, right? Chuck Andrews, a rookie. I think I'd rather take him over McBride. We save 1.15 mil. So we'll cut Dwayne McBride. And then we'll cut Emmanuel Wilson. Receiver, I like this Cartwright guy. He's okay. Tight end, I think it's time to let Alex Ward go. Don't really need long snapper in Madden. Try to keep it realistic and keep him on the team for as long as I could, but just taking up a roster spot for somebody else that has a better overall. This Joe Gaither guy is a practice squad guy. I think from last season we'll move him to the practice squad again. Right in, Greg Gaines. And we have a bunch of guys that I really don't want here. Got this rookie. We'll move Patrick Bartell to the practice squad. Nobles, Slade. Did we keep Jacob Slade? I'll go with the rookie. I'll cut Jacob Slade. And I'll cut DeMar Evans. With the rookie already being a 64 overall, that's just better. All right, O'Shawn Mathis, stay. This guy Brenton Hayden, he can get put on the PS. It sucks that, I think this guy Ahmad Bernard, he's out, and then the safety, we were gonna actually use him as like a sub linebacker 3. He's gonna be out for most of the damn season, miss most of his rookie year, and we have all these corners that we just don't need. Madden server is moving really slow today. Kept kicking me out before I even started recording. Thought his name said George Pickens. It's George Perkins. Gonna release him, and then we're gonna keep Robinson because Scarbaugh is out, and that should do it. I wasn't counting. Don't know if that was 12 or 13 cuts. We may have to do 1 or 2 more, and it is the lucky one. Who will be the lucky one to not make the team that should be going back to a Super Bowl? And it is probably going to be Cartwright. Had a good preseason, but just no room for him right now. And it is time to upgrade the team, set up the depth chart, adjust the lineup, get ready for... Should have did no whack. But get ready for the regular season as we get ready to try to make another Super Bowl appearance here in year 4. Did not mean to go to free agents. Could sign Matt Gay, former Ram. But we have our kicker. But running back will be Kyron Williams, Michael Carter, Zach Evans, the rookie Chuck Andrews, Dunn, Higbee. Actually going to go with Collingham, then Allen, and then wide receiver Cooper, Nakua, Cobb, Griffin, Zacchaeus, Cunningham, tight end. We're going to go with Higbee, the veteran, at least for another season. And then our offensive line, should be intact. We're going to put Wand in a little bit. He's going to be our swing offensive line, our extra offensive lineman. Get him involved a little bit more. And then Burgess, AD, Kobe Turner, Judon. McLean's going to get some minutes, though. And then Byron Young, Nick Hampton, Sneed, Durant. We're going to go Kobe Durant and then Sneed, Tracy Brown, and then Taylor, the rookie. And then backup safety is going to be probably got Jason Taylor, and we'll go Corey Robinson. And then special teams should be Hodges Tomlinson and Griffin. Punt return should be Tomlinson and Griffin. Kickoff start will be Peak. Should be Luke, though. Luke has the 99 kick power. Long snapper, we are actually going to make it Wand, get him on the field. Third down back will be Kyron Williams, Michael Carter, Zach Evans. Power back, Kyron Williams. It's the Kyron Williams season. Another opportunity for him to be the starting. This is going to be, we're going to go McLean and Judon. And then on the right, this will be Nick Hampton and Byron Young. Aaron Donald, Kobe Turner. They have Greg Gaines, but we're going to go Burgess. And then sub linebacker, Ernest Jones-Wofford. And this would have been the strong safety. But we're going to do the other rookie linebacker. And then slot corner, Tracy Brown, Hodges Tomlinson, and Larry Smith. That is the lineup. Let's go to week 1, where we start the season off against the Arizona Cardinals, a division game. They led the division in the preseason at 2-1, or tied with either the Seahawks or 49ers. Wasn't paying attention. But our goal is to, I'm going to play it safe, make the playoffs again. Make the playoffs. Don't want Sean McVay to get fired. Would love to have him back for year 5. And let's look at the draft class, which will be the final draft class, because we don't do it year 5. And there's a quarterback, there's some D linemen, offensive linemen, there's a tight end. But I think our team is set. It's just about developing, building more chemistry, and seeing if we can get back to the Super Bowl. We're 81 overall, still low overall. We overachieved last season. 83 defense, 81 offense. And let's see if we can knock off. First, I want to check out these injuries, though. How long is our running back and our backup safety going to be gone? Yeah. If we make the playoffs, they'll be back. So they'll be back at some point during the season, though. But let's see if we can beat the Arizona Cardinals at home, week 1, go 1-0, and we don't. We lose a close one, 20-17, where we could not run the ball. See, Vasher is very important. We also turned the ball over twice with 2 interceptions. We just straight up abused Kyler Murray last season. One game he threw for like 80 yards. The other one was like 60 yards. But look at that. We just couldn't run the ball. But Cooper Kupp and Cobb, they both went off. Jedrick Wills didn't have a great day. But Byron Young, Aaron Donald, Burgess, they had, a couple of sacks. And then we made our field goal. But we lost by a field goal. But not a great start. I think we swept the division last season, too. So already off to a bad start. Now we got the Cowboys. Never have any confidence when I play against them. That is like the Madden favorite team in simulation on the NFC side. Damn Cowboys. High scoring game. Only lose by 5. At least these losses are really close. We're not getting blown out. And what happened? 23-14 in the first half. But similar rushing and passing yards. They just had, no turnovers, and we had the turnover that probably cost us the game. And both quarterbacks played really well. They didn't give up any sacks. 2 touchdowns for Michael Carter. Puka Nacua goes off this game. And then we had no interceptions. Looked like they missed the extra pointer. But Super Bowl slump. We start 0-2. Mock Draft 2 is out. And I think we traded our picks. I think we said fuck those picks and we traded them, right? Yeah, we did. Had to trade up and get that corner. Or that safety. Can't remember which one. We ended up with 2 first-round picks this past season, though. Or this past draft, I should say. But prime time, 8:20 p.m. against the undefeated Giants. Something has to give, and we gave the win away. We are now 0-3, man. Lost by a touchdown. We can't run the ball. The problem could be we're missing our running back, our starting running back. That could be the issue. This is why we gave up on Kyron Williams very early in the rebuild. Still got time to turn it around. Still a long season. And now we have the 49ers, who are 2-1. And we are 0-4. Another close game. We're playing these teams really close. Monday Night Football, we couldn't get the job done, though. Brock Purdy out playing Novak. Novak isn't playing bad. We just don't have that same rushing attack like we did last season. I think it's time to make a change at tight end. Matthew Taylor, rookie, free safety. Field goal got blocked. Still would have lost by a point, though. But at this point, we're 0-4. It is time to make a change at tight end. It is time to make a change at tight end. There we go. Show my roster. And they were starting Cunningham anyway. They made the change by themselves. Okay. Did they make any other changes? Why are they making changes? I don't know why. I didn't tell them to. Everything else should be the way I said it, right? Why did they make... What is going on? So they made changes. They had Nick Hampton over McLean, and then not major changes. And then they had the tight end already starting over Higbee. Don't know when that happened, but we got the 2-2 Bills. We're 0-4. We have to go on the road, and we get our first win. You see, after I put the changes back to the way I had it, we win. We get a dub, a first dub of the season. We ran the ball. Really didn't pass it that much. Threw a touchdown and a pick. Josh Allen was the leading rusher in the game. No whack. Tied for third. Cooper Kupp went off 90 yards and a touchdown. Center gave up a sack. 2.5 for Aaron Donald. Ernest Jones half a sack. 2 for 2 for Lucas Havrasik. And we get our first win of the season. We're not going to go 0-17. The rest of the division, though, is really close. And look at that. 2 straight wins in a row. Just the 49ers trying to run away with it. And we got the bye week. We didn't have our bye week curse last season. After the bye week, we actually piled on some more wins. Will that happen again this season? Or will we have our typical meltdown as Collingham is now the starting tight end? He gets a touchdown. And then we have Aaron Donald, Kobe Turner, McLean. That's why I wanted him in, subbing in for Matt Judon. Splitting them reps. Have that 5-sack performance like he had his rookie season when he had that star dev. And then we are at the bye week. Now we're 10th in passing, 22 offense, we're 31 in rushing, 15 defense, 17, 16. So middle of the pack, middle of the road for the defense. But we're going to look at the contract negotiations. We have a lot of money. We should be able to bring back all our in-house talent, and one being Cooper Kupp. I know he's 33, but he's Cooper Kupp, man. He's going to retire a Ram. Give him whatever he wants. Why even have to franchise tag him? Kobe Turner, we've been developing him. 4-year deal. Shouldn't be bad. Keep him until he's 31. Puka Nacua. 5-year deal. 7.5. Bring him back. Steve Avila. 4-year deal. 3.5, 1.5. Bring him back. Aaron Donald. He's Aaron Donald. 12 mil. Hell, we'll even up that. 13 mil, and we'll up this to 16 mil. Give him whatever he wants. He's Aaron Donald. Hall of Famer. Byron Young. 3-year deal. 3.5. That should be fine. And then Kyron Williams, no. Hodges Tomlinson, maybe, as a return man. But everybody else, Higbee probably gone. But Cooper Kupp, we will come back to him. And we are at week 7 bye week. We have my Seattle Seahawks. We're going to upgrade the team really fast. And we'll see what Snead is. Don't see an abilities tab. Don't see a logo for X Factor. And he is a star. Nowak. Scrambler, strong arm, field general. We'll do strong arm. Wish he was able to get like star or superstar at some point. He still could, but Matthew Taylor, we'll see what he is. We don't see an abilities tab. Looks like we got 2 star dev defensive backs in the first round, and that's exactly what we got. Ain't gonna hate on it though. We've seen our normal dev, star dev players excel in-depth traits, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. We are going to move on to next week. We're on a 2-game winning streak. The rest of the division has 2 wins. I don't know if they have a bye week this week, but we have to catch up to the 49ers. Have to catch up to the 49ers. I think mock draft 2 is getting prepared. We really don't have to take a peek at it because we don't have our first round pick. Don't even think we have our first round pick next year. So that'll enable us actually to splurge a little bit in free agency. The free agency is going to act as our draft. And yeah, 49ers are 6-1. We have to catch up to them. We have to start off by beating the 84 overall 3-4 Seattle Seahawks on the road. And we do. We are on a 3-game winning streak. 28-16. This Rams team showing some resiliency. Sam Howell is our new quarterback. When I say our, I'm talking about the Seahawks. But touchdown for our fullback, Isaiah Dunn. Cooper Kupp goes off. He wants that contract. Peter Cobb with the touchdown. Steve Avila gave up 2 sacks. But Burgess, the new Aaron Donald, getting 2 sacks. Kendrick Watford, he wants his superstar dev back. He gets an interception. And we've got to work on that contract, especially after that performance from Cooper Kupp showing that he's not slowing down. I don't want to give him 3 years. I'll put it down to 2 years, and then like Aaron Donald, just up the money and give him whatever the hell he wants. Well, let's do 12 mil. Damn it, Cooper Kupp. Week 9, Eagles, another tough team. We got a hard schedule. 49ers lost a game, and we lose a close one. Real close one to the Eagles. I hope we didn't miss a field goal or anything. We did have a turnover. That could have played a big part in it. Still can't run the ball. Cooper Kupp, he's balling without that contract. Burgess is balling also. Kid could be an X factor by the end of the season. He really will be that X factor D lineman that we were hoping to pair up with Aaron Donald. But Cooper Kupp, we got to get this contract situated. I'm not even paying attention to what he wants. I'm still going to offer him a 2-year deal, but we're just going to up this money, put it up to 15 mil. I think that's what we were giving Aaron Donald. And he's back on 2 years, and everybody else we don't got to worry about. So we got our veterans, our future Hall of Famers under contract. We got our young star development players under contract, and we got a lot of money to spend. We went to the Super Bowl. LA's already a big attraction. We should be able to do something in free agency if anything is even there. But we win against the Commanders, 14-6. Don't know who their quarterback is because we just played Sam Howell in the Seahawks. It's Trey Lance. Throws 2 interceptions, got sacked 4 times. Michael Carter is actually, is he outplaying Kyron Williams? We might have to put him in as a starter. Peter Cobb with the touchdown. He's kind of outplaying Puka Nacua on the touchdown side. And then Sean McClain getting sacks. Did we just start him over Judon? Kobe Durant with the pick. But we are 4-5. We have a weekly award winner. Still fringe 500 team, and it goes to Ernest Jones, 5 tackles, a pick, and a forced fumble. And now we have the 2-7 Denver Broncos. It should be a W. Get back to 500, and we do, and we barely beat them. Squeak by 1 point. So annoying in real life as I record this. My Vikings lose by 1 point to the Broncos, and then my Seahawks lose by 1 point to the team that I'm controlling, the Rams. Jason Myers missing a field goal in crunch time, but 3 touchdown performance from Corbin Nowak. Kyron Williams still can't run the ball really well. Cooper Kupp, Cunningham with 2 touchdowns. He's emerging as our starting tight end now. And then we have Matthew Judon. Look at that. Love it. That's how you use your rotation. You start Judon, he gets 2 sacks, but you got McClin as the sub. He still gets a sack. Jake Elliott misses a field goal for them, which was a big field goal. They would have won the game. But we are back at 500, 5-5, second in the division, couple games behind the 49ers. We have a chance to sweep the Seahawks, get the brooms out, get the dustpan, get the trash, and we put them in there. We sweep them 17-13. Exactly what happened in real life. We got swept by the Rams. We always lose to the Rams every year, especially when they had Steven Jackson. They always swept us, even if we have a better season than them. Cooper Kupp, once again, now with the new contract, still playing like Cooper Kupp. And then we got 2 sacks for Burgess. He is having a breakout season. So is McClin. most of these players on this Ram team, they're playing better than their dev trait. Our quarterback normal dev. Puka Nakua. Burgess went up to superstar from normal. Our linebacker, what's his name? Waterford or whatever his name is. I said Burgess. The tight end. Everybody who has normal dev. Kobe Durant at one point. They're all playing better than their dev trait. As we lose 1 point to the 49ers. That was our game to try to catch them. Really close game. They even had 2 turnovers. We were up 10-0 at the half, bruh. 10-0 at the half. What happened to Brock Purdy? We lost to their backup quarterback, but Vasher has returned. That's going to play a big part in his final stretch as Burgess with 2 sacks. Kobe Durant, Jordan Fuller, Luke missed a field goal, which cost us the game. But we're still 6-6. We get our running back back. We have a chance to beat the Cardinals who beat us in week 1. They're 5-7. This is a big game for them. Glad that we got our running back back. Let's see if we can get the W in Arizona. Should have a better run game, but we lose by a touchdown. 14-21. We ran the ball, but 2 turnovers. Can't throw 2 interceptions. We get 60 yards out of Asher. Cooper Kupp, Cobb, touchdown machine this season. Luke, come on, man. Wins kicker of the year, and then never to be heard from again. Or never to be seen from again. As that kicker he was a couple seasons ago. Look at the division though. Everybody's 6-7. 49ers then fell to 8-5. We win. Are we gonna catch up to them? Are they gonna have a meltdown? When do we play them again? We already played them, right? We lost to them there. They swept us already. But we got the Chargers rematch against the Chiefs. Why do they keep making us play them? And then the Vikings. But 28-14. A lot of passing yards. 2 touchdowns for Nowak. Vasher, 74, 2 touchdowns for Kyron Williams. Cooper Kupp, Peter Cobb outplaying Puka Nakua this season. Jeez. And Haversick, another miss. Maybe looking for a new kicker next season. But we are 2 games still behind them. Still have a chance to make the playoffs, I think. Week 17 is going to be tough against the Chiefs. But stay over 500 with this win. And now that we have to play the Chiefs at 7-8, they're probably going to put us at 7-9, and that's going to be our season. That Chargers game was big right there. We needed that win. Outplayed Justin Herbert. We just couldn't run the ball. Cooper Kupp is really good. And Sean McVay may be on the hot seat. I think the front office should keep him, and we try to run it back Super Bowl year 5. But, hey, if he gets fired, we know somebody that can come in and step in. Got the Chiefs. Super Bowl rematch. This would be a morale win. Actually, this could be a win that could keep us in the playoff hunt if we can find a way to go in there and beat them. Even if McVay gets fired, even if we miss out on the playoffs, we got our revenge on the Chiefs finally. 24-21. We beat them. Should have happened in the Super Bowl. Maybe it would have happened if we just straight up simmed it and not super simmed it, but running game was a little bit better, 40 yards each. And this guy, Peter Cobb, yes, let's go. 2 touchdowns. And then Scarborough is back, too. Let's go. He had a half a sack. Kobe Durant, I think that's his 3rd interception on the season. And I need to take a look at the standings because if we go 9-8, we could be a wild card team. 10-6 Vikings, too. Gotta beat them. But let's check out the standings. See where everybody stands in the NFC. So when you look at it, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cardinals first team out. We're behind them. So we have to win. Hope the Cardinals and Bears, I think, lose. Even the 49ers, but they swept us. So looks like 49ers are getting us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need the Bears and the Cardinals to lose, and we need to win. We need the Bears and the Cardinals to lose, and we need to win. The Bears go to Green Bay. They're behind us too. And then who was the other team? Cardinals. They play the Seahawks, who are behind us. Let's just win, take care of our business, and then hopefully everything else takes care of itself. We got my Minnesota Vikings at 10-6. They look like a playoff team. We get fired. McVay got fired. Or did he retire? What happened? Did we win that last game? Did he just get fired because he didn't hit the goal of making the playoffs? He lost. 28-31. Okay. Dropped 21 in the second quarter. 29 rushing yards. 4 touchdowns for Novak, and we lost to that goddamn James Phillips dude that we could have drafted, and Nick Chubb, who we tried to sign. Man. But Peter Cobb has emerged. He's like the new Cooper Kupp this season. Aaron Donald. I hope those two guys come back. I mean, we got them under contract, gotten them some new deals. Please come back. Please come back. But no more Sean McVay. He's going to finally retire. He got his ring that he wanted. And another Super Bowl appearance, 3 Super Bowl appearances. Great coach.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
Don't know why my headset keeps dying. Even though I had it on the charger. But, like I said, Sean McVay, great coach. But we know somebody.
Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or
that can come in and take over the reins and try to take this team to the Super Bowl again. And his name is No Vision. They already have the D for me. No Vision. Duncan. Not Wayne Duncan, who was the owner of the Vikings. Vikings realistic franchise. But No Vision Duncan. And now that we have a coach assigned to the team, we can maybe to the playoffs. And these servers suck ass. I thought we were done with this back in Madden 22. Just keeps kicking me out, bro. And it's just so stupid. So stupid. Dealing with this for 3 damn years. But looking at it, we were third in the division, really tied for second. I mean, the Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks, we all finished 8-9. 49ers just a couple of games. I mean, they were like 6-1 at one point. So for them to finish 10-7, that was kind of a bad job for them. But either way, they won the division. They made the playoffs. We didn't. All right, we were the 8th passing offense, 26 offense, last in the league in rushing. We have to fix the rushing attack. We were still the number 4 defense. It dropped from number 1 to number 4, not that bad. Secondary from number 1 to 17 though, looks like in the middle. And then defensive rush though, 24. But Patrick Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, Josh Jacobs, Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, Cooper Kupp led the league in receiving yards, maybe even touchdowns too. Don't know who Jerry Lauderdale is, but CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Ryan Neal, Jalen Johnson, Jartavius Martin, Dre Greenlaw, Jermaine Pat, and Fred Warner. Looking at our stats, 23rd offense, 8th in passing, 9th in passing touchdowns, 14th in passer rating, 19th in defensive yards. Kyron Williams just couldn't hold it down. Points scored, we were 26. Cooper Kupp was first in receiving yards, second in touchdowns, third in receptions, and we were the 4th allowed defense. I mean, he keeps going up in passing yards every season. The touchdown interception ratio not bad, but kind of a down year for him. Threw a little bit more picks, and then he was our second leading rusher. That just shows you how much of an impact our rushing attack was. And then Puka Nacua, bad season for him. He got outplayed by Peter Cobb, and then he fumbled twice running the damn ball. But our longest rush of the season was 8 yards from 4 different players. All 3 of our running backs and our quarterback. But Cooper Kupp he was Cooper Kupp. Peter Cobb was really great. Puka Nacua had no touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, though, for Colin Cunningham. That's a good season for him because we wasn't even starting him the first 3 games. Cooper Kupp had the longest pass. And then offensive line, bad season from the left side. Rob Havenstein, though, did really good. Dotson was just average. Cameron wasn't good. Offensive line as a whole wasn't good. Ernest Jones and Watford led the team in tackles, as they should. Aaron Donald was Aaron Donald. Kobe Durant was Kobe Durant. Taylor had 1 pick. Snead had none. Jordan Fuller had 1. Byron Young, 5 sacks, 8.5 for Burgess. What a season for him. Judon was okay. Kobe Turner, 12 TFLs. But Sean McClin, what a season for him. What a season from him. But nobody really stood out besides Aaron Donald and Burgess, the superstar and superstar X Factor. And then kicking, he missed 4. Not bad. And then, he cost us a game, and then 1 was blocked, so he really only missed 3. And then inside the 20, how many times? 13. Longest was 73 at 54.5. And then we had no special teams touchdown. Yearly awards MVP goes to Trevor Lawrence. Coach of the year goes to Bill Duncan. Love the last name. And then NFC Awesome Players goes to Cooper Kupp. I think that's 2 years in a row. Defensive Player goes to Micah Parsons, beating out Aaron Donald. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to David Luker of the Falcons. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jalen Sheldon of the Panthers. We got Taylor at 4. Don't have our corner. Best QB goes to Dak Prescott. We got Nowak at number 5. Running back, we're not going to have anybody. Shout out to K9. Go Hawks. I'm not going to shout out Nick Chubb, but Skull Vikes. Cooper Kupp, best receiver. O-lineman goes to Trey Smith. And we got Kenny Wan, our rookie guard, who was our long snapper at 5. Probably didn't give up any sacks. Aaron Donald finishes behind Micah Parsons again. We got Burgess at 9. Linebacker goes to Daniil Hunter. DB goes to Ryan Neal. We got Kobe Durant at number 9. And then best kicker goes to Chad Ryland on the Bucks. And no Havrasik. But we did make the playoffs, so we're just going to simulate to the Pro Bowl, simulate to the Super Bowl, and get to the offseason where we're going to spend a lot of money, spend every dime that we got left to get this team where it should be. That's on top of the NFC West and back in the playoffs, back in the championship game, back to a Super Bowl. So you have any Pro Bowlers? Probably Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, maybe the only 2, maybe Burgess as well. Thought our quarterback could sneak in there, but it is going to be Cooper Kupp starting at wide receiver, and that might be it. Aaron Donald does. No Burgess. Kobe Durant, okay. Kobe Durant. That's 3 for us, and that is all we get for the Pro Bowl. But let's go to the Super Bowl week where it is the Dolphins and Cowboys. And we'll look at the adjust lineup screen to see if we have any dev trait upgrades. Please give our quarterback one. I know he's not going to get it, though. He's going to be, he finally got it. Goes up to star dev. I don't even think he had that. It wasn't a bad season. I think he had a better season last season. But, hey, we finally get him the star. And then maybe next season we get an in-dev trait scenario and goes up to superstar. I don't know, but we need to fix the running back position. We got Cooper Kupp, Cobb, and, Nacua, even though Cobb outplayed Nacua this season. We have our tight end of the future. Whatever happens with Havenstein, if he wants to retire, we have his replacement, Juan, in hand, who was on the offensive lineman list. And then defensively, Burgess is a superstar. Kobe Turner is underrated. Kobe Durant outplayed the young corners. Taylor went up to superstar for basically no reason. Byron Young finally goes up to star dev. Why? Why did he go up? He was okay. But at least all of our normal dev guys, like, Byron Young, Jordan Fuller, I think went down. Maybe went down. couple seasons ago. But Byron Young finally goes up. Our quarterback finally goes up. Taylor went up to superstar. But I mean, Vasher didn't go up. But Hammerstein lost his dev trait. But yeah, starting to look a little bit colorful, especially on that defensive side. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl out of the Dolphins and Cowboys. And it is the Dolphins. Tua gets the Super Bowl MVP. Trevor Lawrence, NFL MVP. Bill Duncan, the Jaguars coach, wins Coach of the Year. And then you got Isaiah Pacheco, Micah Parsons, David Luker. He was that rookie quarterback for the Falcons. Jalen Sheldon was a live outside linebacker for the Carolina Panthers. 11-21, weird score. Somebody must have got a safety, or not necessarily. They could have went for 2, got 8 points, and then kicked the field goal. Don't know what happened in that game. I just know we weren't a part of it. So let's go to the re-sign players and see which one of these backup players or bench players that we want to bring back. Because we got Cooper Kupp back. We got Byron Young back. We got Puka Nacua back. Don't know why I clicked mock draft 3. But let's see who we have to bring back. But did I skip the retirements? I think I did. I think I skipped the retirements. But Novak, we're going to accept his 5th-year option. Of course, Kyrie Williams are going to let go. Hodges Tomlinson, I think I'm going to bring back for another year. Hasn't really done much. He is our return man, though. I'm just going to offer him that, and he returns. I'm going to just pretend that, LT called us. He's like, hey, keep my what is this, nephew or cousin, keep my nephew on the team. Michael Carter was not bad. When we brought him in, he was not bad. I would bring him back, and you can leave. You can leave, sir. Nobody else is going to sign you. What Tyler Higbee did, even though we moved on from him, we're going to bring him back another year. He mentored that young tight end really well for us. And Higbee's going to be a Ram for life. Judon, I would say, too, but it's time to move on for him. Luke, I'm going to bring back, at least on a 2-year deal, up the money. Give him a little bit of bonus for winning that Kicker of the Year award a couple of years ago. And yeah, so our big free agent loss is Kyron Williams, and then we're losing a couple of depth guys or a starter like Matt Judon, and then Nick Hampton. So not major losses. We've been able to recover from some of our losses, but man, we have a lot of money. I hope Aaron Donald did not retire. Why did we had 80-some mil? I swear, bro. Oh, I saw his name. Cooper Kupp is gone. Damn it. Havenstein too? Wow. Well, at least Juan will get a chance to play now. And now Puka and Cobb will get the targets. Damn it. Still got Aaron Donald. Ronnie Stanley could come in and be that right tackle, but I think, we're going to go with the young guy. We didn't draft him for no reason. But looking at the running back position, Charbonnet. Just never been able to. Man, it's just nothing for us at running back. And then receiver, playing Tutu Atwell back. Quentin Johnson, McCole Hartman. I think we're good at receiver. We're good at tight end. Ronnie Stanley. I think I'm good on offensive line. Am I really not going to have all this money and then just nothing to spend it on? Just nothing to spend it on. This just sucks, man. absolutely nothing to spend it on. I mean, Kyle Duggar. Still got Jordan Fuller. I mean, Charbonnet is the top running back. Doesn't want to back up. Doesn't want to back up K9 anymore. Wants to get revenge on the Seahawks for letting him go. Got to spend that money, and then, I mean, do we want to bring in Ronnie Stanley, moving to right tackle to replace Heimenstein, or go with the young guard that we had at long snapper? I mean, I gotta spend the money. I gotta spend the money. They don't have any interest. I mean, we're gonna spend the money, man. I gotta do something with this money. I'm not finna just end the rebuild with over 130, mil. We're gonna do something to try to fix this running game and to try to put this team in position to at least make the playoffs. So, I gotta do something. I mean, No Vision Duncan has to do something. He's coming in, and he's got to do something to put this team over the top. And Nolan Smith, I like the guy that we have, though. I like the guy that we have. Even though we could bring in like a Chinna Nwosu, Matt Milano, bring in a couple. I don't want to bring in too many Seahawks. Add a fourth corner. I mean, it's just nothing there, man. Nothing there for us. I mean, Kyle Duggar. I guess we just signing what's ever there, man. So we'll see if we get these guys. I mean, Charbonnet is the top running back, Stanley top tackle, and then Kyle Duggar was the only player that had interest in us. So go after these three, see if we get them, and we get all three. So finally we get free agents, but let's just go to the draft. I'm not even gonna. We don't have a first round pick, so I'm just gonna blind pick and test my drafting skills. But we did get better. Got a better running back than we've had. We got a superstar tackle, plug and play for Heidenstein, and we got that guard I was gonna try to develop, but like it's a win now, Super Bowl or nothing in year 5. So, and then we bring in Kyle Duggar, who's a little upgrade right now over Jordan Fuller, maybe a little bit older, 1 year older, maybe the same age. But we're gonna start the draft, and I mean, don't really know nothing about this class, but edge, we can go. We don't even have a second round pick. We can go receiver.
Now on the clock,
we can go. Let's see what's there. So I mean, running back. Go running back. Don't have that much time either, but we'll see. It's a trucking 4.43, great strength. That power back may be the pick. Is there an edge player that is worth taking? Gene Carlson, elite speed.
The Arizona Cardinals are now on the clock.
Gonna take him, and then a running back maybe a power back.
On the clock now, the Los Angeles Rams.
If that power back is still there, Chris Dorsey is there, out of Ole Miss. Normal dev, but looked like he had good ratings. Could have a high overall.
The Los Angeles Rams now on the clock.
And then we'll actually see if there's a kicker that there really isn't one that I see. But I mean, with Aaron Donald getting ready, he may retire if we were to do more years after this. So let's see if we can get someone that can come in and back up AD. And I really don't see anybody. This is going to be a weak draft for us. But this guy does not look that bad, but he probably is bad. But we're just drafting for, depth at positions where we don't have a lot of players at. Do we need a backup quarterback? Don't know if I brought back Gardner Minshew or not. I think he was still on the roster. But we're not going to have any quarterback. We do need a receiver. And if we can find, like, a slot, like this guy.
It's now the Arizona Cardinals selection. They're on the clock.
And we may have
Now on the clock.
multiple picks here. I like this quarterback, Logan Fisher. We're going to draft him.
Philadelphia Eagles on the clock.
Just looks like the best one that was available. Not going to be any quarterback controversy. He's not going to have any chance of starting over our starting quarterback. But
The Los Angeles Rams.
this should be our last pick in the draft. We could probably go corner, linebacker, more depth at linebacker, D-line, offensive line, tight end. Could get another tight end, actually. Could get like a receiver type or even a blocking type. But we're going to go tight end. I'm going to go Nathan Stanford. No hidden devs. I just blind picked. We didn't have a pick until the third round. This draft class, I didn't really look at the top of it to see what the strength was. But, I mean, I think we did okay with what was available. And when you look at the ratings, I mean, borderline 70 overall. These guys are just going to come in, fill the rest of the depth out. You've seen what money we spent in free agency on the players, the position that we spent it on. So, I mean, they're just going to come in and replace some of that depth players that we lost. There was a tackle, a tight end, safety, all 80-plus, receiver. Is he a slot? No, physical. But, I mean, looks like it was a good draft class. 3 80s in the same class. But we did not achieve our goal of getting back to the Super Bowl, let alone even the playoffs. We just lost Cooper Kupp to retirement. That's gonna be big shoes to fill. But in year 5, where our young players, plus with Aaron Donald still on the team, our young players development, I think we can make another magical run like we did in year 3 and make another Super Bowl run for the Los Angeles Rams. But that'll wrap it up for part 4 here in the Madden 24 Los Angeles Rams Realistic Rebuild. Stay tuned for part 5.